On an otherwise normal summer Monday in 2018, my wife Hannah returned home from her daily run with tears streaming down her cheeks. As she came into the kitchen of our Berkeley, California home where I was making breakfast for our boys, she pulled the earbuds from her ears and said through deep breaths, "Why didn't you prepare me for this episode?" That morning, the team at How I Built This, the business podcast I created and have hosted since September 2016, released our most recent episode about Stacey Brown and her company Chicken Salad Chick. I'd forgotten this was the episode airing that day because the lag time between an interview and its release is usually many months. What I had not forgotten was how much of an emotional roller coaster my interview with Stacey Brown was. And it was clear from Hannah's reaction that it had resulted in a very powerful episode. Here's the basic outline of the story. Stacey starts making chicken salad out of her home in Auburn, Alabama, as a way to make ends meet after her husband walked out on her and their 3 children, all under the age of 6. Her goal is to earn $500 a month to pay the bills. She finds small-time success right away selling her chicken salad door-to-door for several months, until someone calls the health department on her. Apparently, making food out of an unlicensed kitchen and selling it in off-the-shelf storage containers, basically out of the back of your car, is, technically speaking, not legal. In response, the health department shuts her down. As this is happening, Stacey enlists the help of a business-savvy family friend named Kevin Brown, who convinces her not to give up, but to double down and open a restaurant instead in an 800-square-foot shack. The rent is $800 a month. So with his help, she does just that. And it's successful, too. On their first day in business, they sell out of their chicken salad by 2 p.m. The intensity of the business and their partnership brings Stacey and Kevin closer together. Eventually, they fall in love and get married. Now, as partners in life and in business, they steadily grow Chicken Salad Chick and use the cash flow to open 2 additional locations in Auburn, since no bank will even give them the time of day, let alone a small business loan. After 4 or 5 years of bootstrapping their way to sustainability, they realize it's time to find someone who can help them pivot to a franchise model where they'll have a shot at turning a real profit and taking some cash out of the business. Unfortunately, they end up partnering with a less than honorable couple to whom they foolishly, in retrospect, sell 51% of the company, and who threaten to fire Stacey and Kevin from their own business just a few months later when the 2 couples' visions for the future of Chicken Salad Chick diverge. Unwilling to let go of all they've built, Stacey and Kevin negotiate a buyout. Except the partners want a 3x return on their initial investment, which amounts to $1.3 million. And they want it in 30 days, or they're going to take over the company. And Stacey and Kevin will get nothing. Needless to say, Stacey and Kevin don't have $1.3 million, so they travel all over Alabama pitching to anyone who will listen to them, trying desperately to raise the money. They get nowhere until the very last day, day 30 of 30, when a man named Erlen McWhorter, who made his money building Lowe's home improvement stores, calls them up after attending their pitch meeting at the Auburn Chamber of Commerce. And he tells them that he believes in them, that he loves their chicken salad, and that he will write them a check for every penny they need. Erlen's investment doesn't just give Stacey and Kevin their company back. It propels them into a franchising model that catches fire immediately. They start opening stores all over the South. Everything is going amazingly well. And then, in the middle of their expansion, Kevin is diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer that has metastasized to his liver. He immediately begins an aggressive chemotherapy treatment regimen and, astoundingly, never misses a single day of work,